Did you retrieve the technologies yet? We need them, as I have indicated.
I've recovered all the technology.
What? You did? Your survival, let alone success, barely registered in my projections. Now, all I need to do is check my transmission databank. Mobius is always filling it up with his psychotic calls. Oh yes, there's the schematics, just like you said. How truthful.
Do these technologies have the information you need?
Yes. Yes. Yes, yes.
Yes, what?
No. I mean, yes. You just need to analyze these technologies for a moment. They are extremely advanced, you know?
Do you even know what these technologies do?
I know how these technologies work. Of course I know. If you remember, we described them in clearly abstract, contradictory statements before. Why would we do that if we weren't certain on how to use them? Yes, so let me... a bit. I'll figure it out.
I'll figure it out. Look, the antenna focuses brainwave patterns, right?
Yes, that's what I believe I said.
And the suit's a cardiac regulator, and the sonic frequency is a spinal vibrator.
I've got it. The cardiac regulator in the suit, the antenna for brain waves, and the sonic frequency for the vertebral nerves.
I'm waiting for you to draw a conclusion.
I'm thinking. This is all very complicated. Let me check something. Of course. I have it. The override sequence to open the Forbidden Zone door is hidden in the schematics. Well, not hidden. It's actually right there, behind the programming equivalent of coffee stains. It's embedded in what seems to be recursive code. It's badly commented there and there. Oh, and null pointers very sloppy, Mobius. You see, using the antenna to boost the emitter's sonic frequency and the stealth suit to bypass the Forbidden Zone lock, yes, that could work. Was that my plan? It must have been. Sometimes I truly surprise myself. The door is open, and now Mobius will get his.
So I go after him then?
The door should be unsealed. Now, instead of being subjected to threats, we can now send an equally threatening message to Mobius. And that message is science. Deliver this message, and Big Mountain shall be freed from Mobius's reign of terror. You can go now. That's your cue.
Fantastic.
This one looks pretty tough.
Okay, this happens straight away. This happened immediately. Fuck you.
We're out of stim packs. Maybe you'd be better off with an autodoc suit.
Maybe you'd be better off shutting the fuck up.
No more stim packs.
Eureka!
Stuck in these fucking pipes again. Ow. It's the Night Stalkers I really don't want to be running into. That would be the biggest issue. If we ran into them right now, then we'd be having a bad time.
Fighting over.
Eyes on a swivel, everybody. Eyes on a swivel. Peek any peekers?
This one looks pretty tough.
What is this? Oh, this is it.
You won't escape me! Scorpion, attack! Laser sting!
Maybe you'd be better off
Oh
with an
my
otter duck
god,
suit.
there's fucking loads of them.
Oh, that is Mobius!
I'm running for it.
You won't escape me!
No more stim packs.
Beware Dr. Mobius's army. His Robo-Scorpions crawl everywhere in search of intelligence to devour and stupefy.
God.
No more stim packs. No more stim packs.
The X-42 giant Robo-Scorpion is alive!
I can't give you anything for that injury.
Crush them with your search and destroy protocol in the name of all that is Mobius!
Hello? Let's just stack ourselves.
Was that all?
Let me shoot the tail.
Sneaking gun. Fighting now.
Attack in the name of Mobius!
Bad guys dealt with.
Oh, it's stim packs. Where's that gun thing? Weapons. This.
Ready, steady, fighting. Cessation of hostilities complete. Ready, steady, fighting.
Pitiful. An intruder is here. I'm certain of it.
Was that all?
Pitiful. Ah, there's our victim.
Does it heal when it's on there?
Time to fight.
Never disable me from the monitors around the room. An intruder is here. I'm certain of it.
Right. Let's fucking unload on with this again. Come on. We're so close.
An intruder is here. I'm certain of it. An intruder is here. I'm certain of it.
Well, that worked. Does it count as a bug? Because it's just...
I bet no one
Yes.
has ever been.
Now, how many little ones are going to come after us? Oh, we needed that. Confront Dr. Mobius at the Forbidden Zone. Oh my god, he's deep in this thing, isn't he? Right, he's in the door up there. Right, let's go. Right, it's okay, we've saved. The fucking great big thing is dead and we've saved. I feel that there's an end to this now. I don't want a power fist. Fuck a power fist. Turret can... the turrets aren't shoot... Maybe I should turn them off anyway, fuck it. Maybe you should turn them off anyway. Oh, fuck yeah, Billy. Oh, and another one. Oh, and another two. Entry denied. Oh. Done. You'd have to be a complete fucking idiot to not know its countries. New target. Oh, piss you. All of it. I'll take all of it. On a different note, how haven't I not leveled up doing all this? I shouldn't have hidden. I should have run around. I hid. I hid like a coward. I was just showing a different way of doing it, that's all. It was just another tutorial. I'm so good at tutorials. X-42 giant Robo-Scorpion test log. Satellite armor plating on the giant Robo-Scorpion has exceeded expectations, mostly. While it's virtually impervious to small arms fire, the sonic emitter that Parsons brought in managed to fry several of the prototype subsystems. We'll have to look into improved EMP shielding for the next prototype. On a more positive note, the prototype's new atomic laser is performing admirably. Some residual radiation is left behind after the weapon discharges. It may be necessary to requisition more radiation suits and meds as a precaution. Target drone effectiveness log. Constant improvements to the giant Robo-Scorpion has rendered the Protectron models we've been using as hostile communist forces largely ineffective. At this stage, they're little more than distractions. Oh. Gimme. Oh, 2 stim packs. Oh, the mother load of stim packs. This is empty. I don't know why I clicked on it. This is locked. Right, we roll. Save any savers? Hey, fuckface.
They said I was mad. Preposterous. Not... Hmm? Oh, hello there. You are there, aren't you? Forgive my confusion. So hard to tell these days. You seem familiar somehow. I'm guessing, you're here for your brain, perhaps? It's just up there. Such a nice brain, young, very bright. Little hard to see you. Can you walk into my left, right FOV cone? Ah, that's it. You're coming into focus nicely.
Is that better?
Depth perception is a problem with this old monitor of mine. Went black a while ago. That's old age for you. Should look at getting the visual nerves reattached. It's just that the right eye would see the wrong things. Flying tortoises were the worst. Would you care for a mentat?
Thanks.
I love mentats. Delicious and smarty. I have all sorts of amazingly science-terrific thoughts and ideas when those chalky tablets are zipping through my biogel.
But he's off his nut.
I forget them all not long after, though. Especially with the data constipating my memory core. Afraid binary streams might shoot out my chassis. Had to start using the dome floor and walls here to inscribe equations, although I've somewhat lost track of where they start and end.
You aren't exactly what I was expecting.
Really? That implies preconceived notions, theories, and a hypothesis about this meeting? Please extrapolate. What was I supposed to be like? After all, it might be worth a cognitive realignment if your theoretical Mobius is better than I.
Why did you steal my brain?
Oh, a variety of reasons. You're something of a homily. Anomaly? You're really quite special, and not in the cranially challenged way. You see, you are the most successful brain extraction experiment ever performed here at Big Mountain. A victim of your own success, as it were. If you were to go back with what your brain knows about the procedure, well, your brain could be popped back in and you could walk right out of here. Can't have brains moving around of their own volition.
Exactly, I want my brain so I can leave.
Now, that seems to be rather hormonal of you. Flight or fight response, you know. Hard to cut that out completely. Your brain is here, safe with me. We chat over mentats.
I need my brain back.
Do you? You seem fine without it. And does it even want to go back with you?
Not bring Rex.
Maybe you should ask it.
No.
It's quite independent, has all manner of opinions. Tell you what, I'll leave it up to your brain. If it wants to go, then fine. If not, well, you should respect its wishes.
I was curious about some things.
Oh, curiosity. I experience that less now that I know everything.
Who or what is Rex?
Oh, maybe it was when I found out some unpleasant answers. Oh, I tried that already. Might have contributed to the problem now that I rethink it. But thank you for asking before trying it.
Can you tell me about your Robo-Scorpions?
Well, every scientist needs an army. Mine came to me after these rather large scorpions kept coming in from the desert, like poisonous frosting. How scary, I thought. But they had survived when nothing else had. Perfect candidates for improvement as a reward for their tenacity. Then I thought, what if they shot energy bolts and acted as walking eyes and data-drained computers and acted as bullhorns? Then I made them bigger. Then I thought about custard. I do so love custard. Or was it mustard? Mustard custard.
Mustard, the savoury
custard.
custard.
Salts.
Or is it custard, the dessert mustard? I don't know. I'm here to kill you.
Oh, intriguing. I've never been killed before. Although, after that time I got that phlegmy discharge in my biogel, I wished I had been. Well, if there's going to be killing, I defer to your expertise in this matter. How should we begin? Engineering viruses? Canceratic beams? Atomics? Electrocutioning? Or should I summon my minions? Yes, my minions.
Whichever way you want to be killed is fine with me.
How gracious of you. A mannerly killing. Minions, destroy this intruder! Or perhaps make it more dramatic. Minions, to me!
Body's cracked.
Oh yes, that's quite a bit better.
Ready, steady, fighty.
Get fucked.
Not very sporting. I attack you. Oh, yes, attack you. That burns my biogel. Found you. I'm imagining all sorts of...
Get fucked. Suck my ass.
That's all.
Well, well, look who finally dragged them.
Are you my brain?
Ah, lovely. Figured that out, have we? Would you like a cookie?
You're such a dick.
Well, that's a fine how do you do. I'm not...
Yeah. I didn't realise it caused you so much distress.
Well, maybe next time you hear me telling you that charging a napkin with a penknife is a bad...
Yeah. Don't you want to be reunited? I thought you'd be happy to get back into my head.
I'm not going to lie to you. The prospect... Look at it from my... in your...
But what about the good things?
Overrated biological feedback.
Isn't it just true that you only feel this way because you're lacking those hormones? I like this way. I like the way it went. So we're at an impasse. You can't feel what I feel and I can't think the way you think.
Indeed. Quite the conundrum. How do you suppose we resolve it?
Maybe we could keep going on like this. This is the decision I'm making. Well, maybe we could go on like this. What do you think?
You mean I'll stay in my tank and you'll stay in your... skin? And we'll each handle our own areas of expertise? I certainly like the sound of that.
Maybe I have been a little unfair. If you want to stay here, I'll let you.
It's not that I didn't like being in your head, you understand. As far as heads go, it was a rather nice one. Well then, I suppose this is goodbye for now. What will you do?
I suppose I'll go back to the think tank and get them to let me out. They promised to do that much.
And you believe them? Really? I know you were recently deprived of my fabulous advice, but... Really? Once I'm delivered into their clutches, they'll find a way past the radar fence and the whole Mojave will be their playground. And that is assuming, of course, that one of them doesn't take a fancy to our body and decide to slip his own brain into it instead.
You're a part of me. I know you don't want to let that happen any more than I do.
Well, I suppose I do miss those endorphin
maybe we are
rushes
gonna
when we
take it.
save the day. All right, what's the plan?
If the think tank won't hold up their end of the bargain, we'll make them. Let's go.
Right. Look out, think tank. This brain is coming out of its jar. I suppose now that we're reunited, you'll want to fill your torso up with those other meaty parts the think tank took from us. Personally, I think your upgrades are quite a bit better. But now that I'm with you, the Sync's autodock can plug them back in no problem. Right then, off we go. Klein will be in for a nasty shock when he realizes the pacification field won't work on a mind and body reunited.
Uh-oh.
Confront Dr. Klein at the think tank and then end your imprisonment in a big mountain. I think I'm going to keep the upgraded spine, because I guess I can come back and do that later. Right. Let's get the fuck out of here. Who the fuck are these guys? Yeah, fuck off. Dr. Klein awaits. Make sure you're prepared to finish this once and for all. Okay. How many stim packs do we have? Oh, fuck, dude. The lights are red. This is ominous, isn't it?
The lobotomite returns. Our lobotomite. Has Dr. Mobius been denominated into scrap metal and voice module parts, as we hoped?
I found my brain. Now you and I are going to settle things.
I recommend watching your tone with me, lobotomite. Now, your brain. Hand it over, or we'll extract it again.
I'm not handing my brain over. There's some things we should discuss.
And what could we possibly have to speak about? You have the brain, we have the technology. All you must do is surrender. With it, we can finally leave this place. I cannot tell you how boring this place gets, chopping up the landscape and everything in it. And we have so many questions to ask your brain first. About this Mojave place. A fertile testing ground for our experiments.
You think I am the lobotomite? No, for my skull houses the brain of Mobius.
That is the most insane thing I've ever heard. There's no way Mobius would condescend to step inside you. Besides, there's no way such a thing could be accomplished. It's impossible.
Ah, piss. Science proved away, Klein.
A way is correct, as is away, which is where your body is going once we're done peeling you.
Do you think I killed Mobius? No, he lives.
You must have killed him. He wouldn't have just let you walk in, take your brain, would he? No, something is wrong. Your perspiration, heartbeat, all tell a different story, I think.
You fools. You fools had better listen or Mobius will bring his army here to sting you, stupid.
That sounds like something Mobius would say. How dare you breach the think tank? And what do you want here?
He offers a deal. Stay here, stay put, and he'll let you live.
That's no deal at all. There's a whole world beyond the crater, filled with ideas and possibilities. We could have escaped, seen it all for ourselves, tested it, prodded at it, made it squirm.
You can still do that here, quietly, for me.
For you? And for science? I have a strange sensation that I would like that. How odd. Very well, partner. The think tank is at your service as long as you do not destroy us.
Who do you think is cuter, Dr. Klein or Dr. Boros?
I can leave the think tank now?
As it had been in the years before the Great War, Big Mountain, the Big Empty, became home to one of the brightest minds of the 23rd century. The courier watched over the Big Empty for years to come, caring for it and keeping its discoveries safe until they were needed to help others. Which had always been Big Mountain's purpose. Past the laboratories and science, it had always been intended as a place to build the future of all mankind.
Although, truth be told, the courier had barely explored the crater in an attempt to rush through and be done with the whole thing. Perhaps that was for the best, however. Curiosity, while sometimes rewarded for its efforts, often proves to be equally dangerous.
What the
The
fuck?
Forbidden Zone continued to be, true to its name, forbidden. No more Robo-Scorpions were sighted in its canyons. Big Mountain became even emptier, devoid of Dr. Mobius's proclamations forecasting the destruction of anything that dared possess sentience. Still, it is said he lived on in the equations inscribed on the floor and walls of the Forbidden Zone dome. A cobweb tracery of symbols that told of 1,000 brilliant thoughts, now lost to time.
The sink was strangely silent, which it had never been in previous years. The lack of personality modules made the base lifeless and sterile.
Autodoc, always gentle and methodical, kept sewing up the courier in all the right places when the skin split open from repeated wear and tear. The Autodoc was just glad to have purpose again. It heard its simpler brothers and sisters who got shipped to the Sierra Madre were bored out of their skulls in that toxic, dead city. In time, the Autodoc found a way to deactivate the Y-17 trauma harnesses, releasing the corpses they had held prisoner for almost 200 years.
As the courier ran through the X-8 facility multiple times, the computers analyzed the test subject's movements. Rather than performing a superficial observation, they realized the subject barely knew what communism was, or even what a high school was. This confused them for a time, until the facility finally realized that its research had succeeded. So it let its cyberdogs out into the wastes to help protect small communities from physical aggression rather than communist propaganda.
The infiltration program in X-13 continued to scan for the subject and the stealth suit prototype long after the test was over. Frustrated and unable to find its lost technology, X-13 expanded its network of laser tripwires, sensors, and robo-brains out across Big Mountain. This glittering blue light beam forest cleanly bisected anything that entered its depths, slicing them into small segmented parts for easy disposal.
The courier, organs intact, continued onwards, a little less heavy of step, but with all the organs in the right places, as they should be. After all, brains can develop a life of their own when left to their own thoughts, and the courier's brain was more clever than most.
Dr. Klein and the think tank remained alive, unaware of the world outside. They looped through their daily routine, none the wiser about the world beyond, although perhaps wiser was the wrong word. The world outside belonged to the courier, and if anyone would shape it, well, the courier had already called dibs.
There is an expression in the wasteland, old world blues.
It refers to those so obsessed with the past they can't see the present, much less the future, for what it is.
They stare into the what was, eyes like pilot lights, guttering and spent, as the realities of their world continue on around them.
Science is a long, steady progression into the future. What may seem a sudden event often isn't felt for years, even centuries to come.
In the times following the Second Battle of Hoover Dam, however, old world blues took on a new meaning.
Where once it was viewed as a form of sadness, nostalgia, it became an expression describing the potential for the future.
It can be easy to see science as evil, technology unchecked as the source of all ills, all misfortunes.
With the courier at the helm, science became a beacon for the future. There was old world blues, and new world hope. And hope ruled the day at Big Mountain.
We could say more, but the stories in the Big Empty speak for themselves. Now armed with the transportal ponder, the courier could return to the dome at any time and crack open the secrets of the Big Empty one by one. The sink sat vigilant, waiting for its master to return, shoes covered in Mojave dust. Only one road yet remained, and it was one the courier had to walk alone.
Right, so we need to equip the thingy as like a... what was it? This. The big mountain transportal ponder. And we can't do it from inside. Let's save. Yes! Finally! Oh, I hated it there. We did get some cool stuff, though. And it's dead.
Ready, steady, fighty. Was that all?
Yep. Anything else that we could test out this shooty thing with? Oh yeah, some more.
Ready, steady,
And it's dead.
fighting.
And it's dead. Save.
Fighting over.
Correct. Stream over too. But don't forget, everybody, it's never goodbye. It's just till next time. Peace out.